श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यस्याखिलामीव हविसुमङ्गलैः वाचो विमिश्रा गुणकर्मजन्मभिः प्राणन्ति शुम्भन्ति पुनन्ति वै जगत् यास्तद्विरक्ता शवशो भृणामता। नाम श्रेष्ठं मनमपि सचिपुत्रमत्र स्वरूपं रूपं तस्याग्रजं मुरुपुरीं माथुरीं गौष्ठवातीं राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरं महुराधिका माधवाश्यां प्राप्तो यस्य प्रतितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि। 1:15:7 मैत्रेय उवाच प्रशंसन्ति स्म तं विप्राः गन्धर्वा प्रवराः जगुः मुमुचुः सुमनो धाराः सिद्धा नृत्यन्ति स्वस्त्रिया। प्रशंसन् प्रशंसन्ति स्म तं विप्राः गन्धर्वा प्रवराः जगुः मुमुचु सुमनो धारा सिद्धा नृत्यन्ति स्वस्त्रियः। प्रशंसन्ति स्म तं विप्रा गन्धर्व प्रवरा जगुः मुमुचु सुमनो धारा सिद्धा नृत्यन्ति स्वस्त्रियः। Maybe someone can read the translation, purport, or synonyms in case you do that also.
Hare Krishna. Anusuya Mataji, you read the synonyms. Vasudha Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams. Synonyms. Maitreya Vacha, the great Maitreya said, Prasham Santisma, praised, glorified, tam him prutu, Vipraha, all the Brahmanas, Gandharva Pravaha, the best of the Gandharvas, Jaguhu, chanted, Mumuchaha, released, Sumanaha Daraha, showers of flowers, Siddhaha, the personalities from Siddhaloka, Nrutyanti, were dancing, Swaha, of the heavenly planets, Striya, women, the Apsaras. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. The great sage Maitreya continued, my dear Viduraji, at that time all the Brahmanas highly praised and glorified King Prithu, and the best singers of Gandharva Loka chanted his glories. The inhabitants of Siddhaloka showered flowers, and the beautiful women in the heavenly planets danced in ecstasy. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
We'll go to the 8th one. We'll complete all the 15 and then I will discuss. Shankaturiya mridangādya nedur dundubhayo dive tatra sarva upajagmur devarshi pitranam ganah. Yes, you can read the translation maybe.
Hare Krishna. Shanti Mataji, read the synonyms, and Naimisha Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Sankha, conches, Turya, buggles, Mridanga, drums, Adhya, and so on, Neduhu, vibrated, Dundubhya, kettle drums, Divi in outer space, Tatra, there, Sarva, all, Upajagmukh came, Deva Rishi, demigods and sages, Pitranam are forefathers, Ganaha groups. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Conches, bugless, drums and kettle drums vibrated in outer space. Great sages, forefathers and personalities from the heavenly planets all came to earth from various planetary systems. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat.
Thank you. And it is bugles. It is not bugless, but it is bugles. Okay, ninth one. Brahma Jagat Gurur Devai Sahastitya Sureshwarai Vainyasya Dakshine Haste Drishtva Chinnam Gadabhrataha Padayor Arabindam Cha Tamvai Mene Hare Kalam Yasya Pratihatam Chakram Amshasa Parameshtinaha.
Hare Krishna. Barnali Mataji, you can read the synonyms. Shilpa Mataji, the translation. Chandrika Mataji, you can read the purport.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranams. Thank you, Mataji. Brahma, Lord Brahma, Jagat Guru, the master of the universe, Devai, or by the demigods, Saha, accompanied, Saha, Astra arriving, Ashta arriving, Sura Ishvara, with the chief of all heavenly planets, Vaimasya of Maharaj Prithu, the son of Vena, Dakshine, right, Haste, on the hand, Drishtva, seeing, Chinam, Chinnam, mark, Gada Britaha, the Lord of Lord Vishnu who carries a club, Padayo on the 2 feet, Aravindam, lotus flower, Cha, also, Tam, him, why, certainly, Mene, he understood, Hare, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kalam, part of the plenary expansion, Yes, sir, whose Apratihatam, invincible Chakram, disc, Amsaha, partial representation, Sa, he, Parameshtinaha, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Brahma, the master of the entire universe, arrived there accompanied by all the demigods and their chiefs. Seeing the lines of Lord Vishnu's palm on King Prithu's right hand and impressions of lotus flowers on the soles of his feet, Lord Brahma could understand that King Prithu was a partial representation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One whose palm bears the sign of a disc as well as other such lines should be considered a partial representation or incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
All right. We will go to the next one. Oh, yeah, purport. Sorry.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranams. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There is a system by which one can detect an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Nowadays, it has become a cheap fashion to accept any rascal as an incarnation of God. But from this incident, we can see that Lord Brahma personally examined the hands and feet of King Prithu for specific signs. In their prophecies, the learned sages and Brahmanas accepted Prithu Maharaj as a plenary partial expansion of the Lord. During the presence of Lord Krishna, however, a king declared himself Vasudeva and Lord Krishna killed him. Before accepting someone as an incarnation of God, one should verify his identity according to the symptoms mentioned in the Shastras. Without these symptoms, the pretender is subject to be killed by the authorities for pretending to be an incarnation of God. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. We'll go to the next one. Okay. Tasya Abhishek Arabdho ब्राह्मणैर्ब्रह्मवादिभिः आभिषे आभिषेचने आभिषेचनिकान्यस्मै आजह्रु सर्वतो जनाः.
Hare Krishna, Meenakshi Mataji, read the synonyms, and Archana Sunil Kumar Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Synonyms. Tasya this Abhishek coronation. Arabdaha was arranged Brahmanehi by the learned Brahmanas. Brahma Vaidivihi attached to the Vedic rituals. Abhishek Chanikani, various paraphernalia for performing the ceremony. Asmai unto him. Ajagruhu collected Sarvataha from all directions. Janaha people. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna, pranams Prabhu. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The learned Brahmanas, who were very attached to the Vedic ritualistic ceremonies, then arranged for the king's coronation. People from all directions collected all the different paraphernalia for the ceremony. Thus, everything was complete. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Go to the 12th one. Sarit samudra girayo naga gava khaga mriga dyaukshiti sarvabhutani samajahrur upayanam.
Hare Krishna, Kripa Mai Mataji, you read the synonyms, and Anita Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I am audible, sir? Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Sarit, the rivers. Samudraha, the seas. Girayaha, the mountains. Nagaha, the serpents. Gavaha, the cows. Kagaga, the birds. Mirgaha, the animals. Dayu, the sky. Shitihi, the earth. Sarvabhutani, all living entities. Samajaharu, collected. Upayanam, different kinds of presentations. Thank you, Mataji, Prabhuji.
Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna. Okay, Sharmila Mataji, you read the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Translation by His Divine Grace E.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All the rivers, seas, hills, mountains, serpents, cows, birds, animals, heavenly planets, the earthly planet, and all the other living entities collected various presentations according to their ability to offer the king. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, 13th one. Sobhikshito Maharaja Suvasa Sadvalankrita Patnyarchisalankritya Virejagnir Ivaparaha.
Hare Krishna, Srimati Shampriya Mataji, you can read the synonyms, and Gopika Radha Mataji, the translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams. Synonyms by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Saha, the king. Abhishekta, being coronated. Maharajaha, Maharaj Prithu. Suvasaha, exclusively dressed. Sadhu Alankritaha, highly decorated with ornaments. Patnyaha, along with his wife. Archisha, named Archi. Alankritya, nicely ornamented. Viraje appeared. Agnihi, fire, Iva, like, Aparaha, another. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation. Thus the great king Prithu, exquisitely dressed with garments and ornaments, was coronated and placed on the throne. The king and his wife Archie, who was also exquisitely ornamented, appeared exactly like fire. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Fourteenth one. Tasmai jaharadam dhanado haimam vira varasanam varunaha salilah shravam atapatram shashiprabham.
Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, you're there?
Hare Krishna Mataji,
Yeah,
yes.
read the synonyms. Hare Krishna. And I'll read the translation.
Synonyms. Tasmai, unto him, Jahara, presented, Dhanadaha, the treasurer of the demigods, Kuvera, Haimam, made of gold, Veera, O Vidura, Vara Asanam, royal throne, Varunaha, the demigod Varuna, Salila Shravam, dropping particles of water, Atapatram, umbrella, Shashi Prabham, as brilliant as the moon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji Pranams. Translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The great sage continued, My dear Vidura, Kuvera presented the great King Prithu with a golden throne. The demigod Varuna presented him with an umbrella that constantly sprayed fine articles of water and was as brilliant as the moon. Thank you. Hare
Okay, the last one. And this will liberate all of us from the reading. Okay. वायुश्च वालव्यजने धर्म कीर्तिमयीं सृजम् इन्द्रः किरीटम् उत्कृष्टं दण्डं संयमनं यमः.
Hare Krishna. Shilpa Mataji read the synonyms and Barnali Mataji translation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Vayuh, the demigod of air, Cha, also, Vala Vyajanya, two chamaras made of hair, Dharmaha, the king of religion, Kirti Mayam, Kirti Matyam, expanding one's name and fame, Srijam, garland, Indraha, the king of heaven, Kirtim, helmet, Utkrishtam, very valuable, Dandam, scepter, Samya Manam, for ruling the world, Yamaha, the superintendent of death. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranams. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. The demigod of air, Vayu, presented King Prithu with two whisks chamaras of hair. The king of religion, Dharma, presented him with a flower garland which would expand his fame. The king of heaven, Indra, presented him with a valuable helmet. And the superintendent of death, Yamaraja, presented him with a scepter with which to rule the world. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.
Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna. So this is the chapter of the appearance of Prithu Maharaj and his coronation. So very interesting, how Prithu Maharaj appears. We see the entire description of the dynasties, the fifth canto speaks about the dynasty appearing from Priyavrata. And we see the fourth canto where, all the dynasty is appearing from Uttanapada. So Brahma has his son, Swayambhu Manu, who has 5 children, Akuti, Prasuti, Devahuti, Uttanapada, and Priyavrat. So from Priyavrat along with his wife Barishmati, he gives birth to Agnidhra, then Agnidhra son is Nabhi son is Rishabdev son is Bharata further, he becomes Jada Bharata, and that is where, it ends. And then, of course, there is a description of all the Jambudvipa and the entire universal structure, cosmic Vedic cosmology. In the fourth canto, we see how from Uttanapada, Dhruva appears. And then from Dhruva, the son of Dhruva is Utkala. Bhagavatam very nicely mentions how Utkala was exactly like Jadabharata, where, he acted like deaf, dumb, and like a fool. Although he was born as the son of Dhruva, a great Kshatriya, but he acted like a deaf, dumb fool. just because he was attached to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So he wanted to focus on devotional service. He wanted to take shelter of the Supreme Lord. His ultimate goal was the absolute truth. So he didn't want to get into the entanglements of Kshatriya Dharma. So he just acted like a fool, and everybody thought that he was a dumb fool, and then they ignored him. So he acted very much like Jadabharata. So that is how these great kings, they are Raja Rishis. They are not just ordinary kings. They're very, very powerful kings. Just like Bharat Maharaj, a very powerful king. The entire Jambudvipa planet is ruled. And then they could just give it up like, Malabat, just like somebody, passes stool and walks away. So that was the caliber of these great kings. It is said about Parikshit Maharaj also. Atmajaya Sutagara Pashu Dravina Bandhushu Rajye Chabikale Nitam Virudham Mamatam Jahau. So Atma, Jaya, wife, self, body, wife, Suta, children, Agara, his entire kingdom, and Riddha Kosha, that is, the treasury. Pashu Dravina Bandhushu, and all the, army, military, his animals like horses and elephants, and Pashudravana Bandhushu, and all the relatives. Rajye cha avikale nityam virudham mamatam jaho. It is virudha, it is very deep rooted attachment. And one has mamata, lot of affection for all this paraphernalia. But he simply gave it up. Avikale, without any agitation, without any disturbance. He just walked away. So these great kings, they are like that. So we see from Uttanapada, Dhruva, then Utkala. Utkala's son is Vatsara, then Vatsara's son is Vyushtha. Vyushtha's son is Sarvateja. Then we have Chakshusha, who later becomes, uh, Manu. Chakshusha Manvantara comes. Then there is Ulmukha. And the son of Ulmukha is Anga. And it is Anga who is a great devotee. And he had no children. He engaged the Brahmanas in, yagya to please the Supreme Lord so that he can get a son. And later he repented for it because, although it was apparently a material desire, he was a pure devotee, but apparently it was a material desire, but still the Lord conceded, and he got Vena as his son, and Vena turned out to be very, very sinful, very demoniac, very crooked, very criminal minded. Vena was such a great crook that even there were no rogues and thieves in the kingdom, because he himself was a great criminal. So that is why the other so-called, thieves and rogues did not exist. They were very, very fearful of him. So Vena himself was such a tyrant. So that way, he would torture, he would trouble his citizens, he would unnecessarily hunt animals and kill all kinds of animals, although there are designated animals that need to be killed by the Kshatriyas, but he did not discriminate. He just went very rampant in his killing all kinds of animals. He did not respect the Vedas, he did not respect the Brahmanas, he did not respect the Brahminical culture. He stopped, just like Hiranyakashipu, he just stopped the Brahminical rituals, the yagyas, and he did not appreciate worshipping of Lord Vishnu. So he stopped all of that. He tried to prove himself as I am the only worshipper. He forced everybody to do that. So that was the position of Vena. Vena was a very, very sinful king. So the Brahmanas, seeing that, he was so much unqualified to be a king, they chanted Vedic hymns, they chanted Vedic mantras, and with this hum sound, they got him killed. And in one of the purports we just now read, where Prabhupada is mentioning that if somebody acts like he's the incarnation of the Lord, he tries to imitate as if he's an incarnation of the Lord, then immediately the authorities should actually kill him. That is a statement made in the purport. The authorities should kill him immediately. So if you see in today's Kali Yuga, there are so many of them who are trying to prove that they are some kind of God, some kind of incarnation. They all should be subjected to be killed. But unfortunately, our government will not do it. And the politicians are hand in glove with these false incarnations for their own ulterior motives. So that is the situation in Kali Yuga. But when Vena was ruling very badly, troubling the citizens, praja means it includes all the animals and the human beings. So he mistreated everybody. Then they got him killed, and not only killed him, but also they chanted some Vedic rituals and they performed the churning of his body. And by churning, by making a paste out of his body, initially, out of his two legs, two thighs, there's one person who appears. His name is Bahuka, and later on becomes the uh, what do you call the
Nishada.
Nishada, yes, yeah, the Nishada kingdom. Uh, he becomes responsible for the Nishada kingdom, which is the African continent. And then later on, further churning, then out of his two bahu, out of his two arms, come Prithu Maharaj and Archi, who are non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, partial expansion of Lord Vishnu, and Goddess of Fortune, Mother Lakshmi. So they both appear. And then later on, yes, after Prithu, his son is there, Antardhan, or he's also known as Vijitashva, then Havirdhan. Then Havirdhan's son or grandson, I think, is Prachina Barhi. Then Prachina Barhi's sons are the Prachetas. The Pracheta's sons are Daksha. That is the second birth of Daksha, who was present also during the Swayambhu Manvantara, and then in Chakshusha Manvantara also Daksha comes in, then the creation, recreation happens of the entire universe during the Chakshusha Manvantara. So these are the two dynasties coming directly from Swayambhu Manu. So in today's chapter, we are seeing how King Prithu and Archi, they appeared from the churning of the body of Vena. And the Brahmanas were actually praying to the Supreme Lord. They were praying, they're requesting that, please you yourself appear, or send a person, who is as good as you, who can rule this planet Earth, the Bhumandala, so that, it brings about justice. So that way, the Brahmanas were aware. When he appeared, they could see that he had the symptoms of that of a Supreme Personality of Godhead. They could make out that, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But later on, all the uh, like we see all the demigods, the Gandharvas come, they are, playing the drums, kettle drums, the bugles, and so many other instruments. The Apsaras are dancing, the Vidyadharas are coming, they are glorifying. And then Lord Brahma comes along with all the demigods, and Brahma wants to do double checking. So he wants to check the palms of Prithu Maharaj, and he could see the symbols of Lord Vishnu on his palms, like the Shankha and the Chakra. And then even on the soles of the feet, he could see, there were impressions of Lord Vishnu on his feet. So he could conclude that, yes, Prithu Maharaj is indeed Lord Vishnu himself, and Archi is non-different from the goddess of fortune. So this is the conclusion to which Brahma also comes to. And it spreads like wildfire, and everybody from all across the universe, all the sages, the rishis, people from the lower planetary systems, upper planetary systems, subhumans like Kinnaras, Gandharvas, all of them also come. Everybody comes, and they are and they decide to coronate him as the emperor of Bhumandala. So, and before coronating him, everybody brings presents to him. So this chapter is talking about all the presents which were brought for Prithu Maharaj. So like Kuvera brings a golden throne for Prithu Maharaj, not gold plated but golden throne. The entire throne was gold. Then Varuna presented him with a umbrella, which could spray, fine particles of nectar. I don't know how those things work, but it is mentioned that It could spray fine particles like, very, very smooth, not very harsh, but like a spray of, like, during Darshanarti, we spray perfume to the deities, like that, a spray of fine particles or scented water or colored water or whatever. And that is how, uh, Varuna presented that umbrella, so that, if you're carrying that umbrella in summer, you don't have to worry about AC or anything. You're sprayed with fine, beautiful article of this. What do you call the umbrella? Yeah. Then Vayu presents Lord the Vayu presents King Prithu with Chamara. Hmm? So two Chamaras, and then Dharma, who is mm, the god of religion or the demigod of religion, Dharma. He presents him with a flower garland, which would never fade, and which would increase his fame across the entire universe. Indra presented him with a kirita, a very jewel and diamond studded kirita. Then Yamaraja presented him with a rod. It is called as scepter. Scepter is nothing but a rod of chastisement, or it is also called as danda. Danda means not just a stick, but it is a stick of chastisement, or for the sake of punishing the perpetrators. So that is carried. That danda is carried by the king generally. Even I think recently somewhere in the uh, I think in the parliament also they carried the sengol or some stick like that, which is actually representing this scepter. That is the danda, which is being represented by the king, because he is the chastiser of the enemies or chastiser of the criminals or the unscrupulous miscreants in the kingdom, so that they are afraid of him. So he uses that. Then Lord Brahma presents King Prithu with a protective garment of uh, what do you call mm, spiritual knowledge. And then wife of Brahma, who is Saraswati, she gave him a transcendental necklace. Then Lord Vishnu himself, appeared, and he gave him with a Sudarshana disc. Then Lakshmi Devi gives him opulences. Then Agni gives him a bow, which was made out of the horns of goats and cows. Then sun god gives him arrows. Then the predominating deity of Bhurloka or the Bhumandala gives him with some footwear which is full of mystic power, wherein one can wear it and fly anywhere he wants, go anywhere he wants. He can do many things by wearing that footwear. Then the demigods from the outer space, that is in the higher planetary systems, they brought him all kinds of presentations of flowers and so many other things like that. So all these presentations were brought for King Prithu. And they knew very well that, the Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared, and he's come to protect and give shelter, and everyone from the entire universe. Just like, during the time of Parikshit Maharaj, all the great sages came to see him. Or during Bhishma, when he was leaving his body, all the great sages, all the demigods from all around the entire universe, they came to see him. So just like that, when Prithu appeared, so to see Prithu Maharaj, to welcome him, to gift him all kinds of gifts, everybody, all the demigods, rishis, sages, apsaras, gandharvas, everybody came to visit him. Also, the professional, it is said in the next chapter, it is mentioned that Prithu Maharaj was welcomed by the professional reciters, like the Sutas, the Magadas, the Vandis. They glorify the transcendental characteristics of Lord Vishnu, which is also applicable to King Prithu. And they glorify him as the chastiser of irreligious persons, as a protector of the world, as just like fire, as pure as fire, who will respect all the praja, all the women, and who will perform Ashwamedha Yagyas, and then further he actually goes ahead and he performs 99 Ashwamedha Yagyas. And before performing these yagyas, Prithu Maharaj becomes angry at Mother Earth, because during the reign of his father, Vena, uh, because he did not rule as per religious principles, the praja also had become degraded. Not only was the king degraded and torturing the praja, but the praja also became degraded. That is why unscrupulous praja, they also, without performing performance of any yagya, any dharmic duties, any varnashrama duties, their prescribed duties, they were all abandoned, and because of that, they had uh, consumed, all the facilities, all the opulences given by Mother Earth, and because of which she was very upset. She was very angry. And that is why she withdrew all her opulences. Mother Earth is also known as Vasundhara. Vasu means wealth or opulence. Dhara means holder. So Mother Earth is the holder of all the wealth and the opulence. That is why her name is Vasundhara. So that is why all the wealth and all the riches that we see, like see all the rivers, the oceans, the minerals in the mountains, the navaratnas which are there in the mountains, which are found in the sea bed or in the ocean bed, all the diamond mines, all the gold mine, the silver, the bronze, everything is coming from earth. Nothing, if you look around also, if you see, even the building, the cement, the brick, the water, everything is given by Mother Earth. And the jewels that we are wearing on our body is given by Mother Earth. The diamonds, and the jewels, the gems, the precious stones like blue sapphire or emerald green, and so many other things are there, Navaratnas. Everything is coming from Mother Earth. And in the age of Kali Yuga, she actually withdraws all of it, because the population in Kali Yuga is very sinful. She withdraws all of it. But during the time of Prithu Maharaj, which was apparently during the Satya Yuga, it appeared that she withdrew even at that time, because the population had become sinful. Because of the sinful king, the public also had become sinful. We see the same symptoms in Kali Yuga. When the king, when the leader of a planet or the leader of different countries, now in the case of Kali Yuga, there is no one king for the planet. It is, unlimited number of so-called tiny kings or prime ministers or presidents who are all Shudra category, because they are sinful, because they do not rule as per the dharma. The praja also becomes sinful. The praja also sees that, oh, so many are cheating each other. So there's nothing wrong in cheating each other. So they also become sinful. It is because of the king, the praja becomes sinful. Although the king was very criminal minded, the praja also was criminal minded. We see in certain African countries where these military coups happen. In the military coup, all these so-called criminal-minded military dictators, they take over the country. They overthrow some king or some other prime minister or whatever. If you see the those leaders are very, very sinful, but at the same time, you never find that the public is very pious. No, they also are sinful. The public is also sinful, because they see even the leader is doing that. And everything is absolutely fine. Everything is okay. When the leader can do it, then I also can do it. That is how they resort to sinful activities. They become criminal minded. Yadyadaacharati shreshtas tattadevetaro jana. Set pramanam kurute lokustadanu. Public only follows. 99.9% of the people are followers. Leaders are 0.1%. So whatever the leader does, the people also do. So because of Vena, everybody was sinful. And that is the reason why, Mother Earth withdrew all her opulences. We should never think that, oh, Vena was sinful, they got him killed. Why punish the public? No, the public also had become sinful. That was the reason. And King Prithu, when he appeared, he started performing all the yagyas. He started performing all the duties, the prescribed duties as per the varnashrama. He engaged everybody in their varnas and ashrama duties. But still, when he saw that Mother Earth was holding back all the opulence, then he became very angry. Then he wanted to teach her a lesson, because all the citizens were starving. They had become emaciated because of starvation. Then, because Prithu Maharaj waited, it was not that immediately after he became the king, he chastised Mother Earth. No, he waited. He performed the religious duties. He waited for it. When it didn't happen, then he became very angry. And then he started chasing Mother Earth, who took the form of a cow. And in the form of a cow, she was running, and Prithu Maharaj was chasing her with his bow and arrow. He didn't want to spare her. He was very angry. Then Mother Earth stops and she pleads, she seeks mercy. She says, you are representing the Supreme Lord. You should show mercy on your praja. I am your surrendered praja. You are the follower of dharma. Dharma does not allow you to kill a woman. Dharma does not allow you to kill a cow. Yeah, you are the protector of religious principles. You are the protector of praja. Please have some mercy. Show some mercy. Don't become like Yamaraj, because Prithu Maharaj had become as good as Yamaraj because he wanted to directly punish Mother Earth. So then, he tries to confront her, ask her for the reason, and Mother Earth, she explains. It is told that Prithu acted like a fatherly figure. That is why Prithvi is a name which originates after Prithu. So the daughter of Prithu is known as Prithvi. Just like Jhanu, there is Jhanu Muni, uh, who left Mother Ganges through his ears. Then she became Jhanavi because she is considered as a daughter of Jhanu Muni. Like that, daughter of Prithu is Prithvi. So she is considered as the daughter of King Prithu, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. But very interestingly, you see when Lord appeared as Varahadev to lift the same Mother Earth from the nether regions, from the Garbhasagara, after killing Hiranyaksha, he acted like a husband to Mother Earth. That's why we have this Bhuvaraha temple, where, Bhudevi is the wife of Varahadev. But the same Varahadev, when he appeared as Prithu Maharaj, he acted like a father for uh, Prithvi. So that is why she is known as Prithvi. So anyway, so coming back, so Mother Earth, she explains to Prithu Maharaj, what is the reason why, I had to hold back because of the sinful tendency of the public, because of the sinful King Vena. I had to withdraw all the opulences. But now I see that you are a righteous king. Then your public is turning out very righteous. So I will definitely allow all of you to, access my opulences, which I have withheld till now. And then Prithu Maharaj, considering Mother Earth, who is in the form of a cow, he wants to milk Mother Earth from all the opulences and the benefits that she can provide. So there's an entire chapter also about that, how different personalities become the calf. They represent calf, and then they milk certain opulence from Mother Earth, who is in the form of a cow. They milk her to attain certain opulences. Like it is said that Swayambhu Manu was made into a calf, and then Prithu Maharaj milked Mother Earth, who could provide all the food grains, so that all the jivas could sustain. And then Brihaspati was made into a calf, and Prithu Maharaj milked Mother Earth to get all the Vedas. And then Indra was made into a calf, and Mother Earth was milked to give all the nectar, the vitality, and the strength. Then the Daityas and Danavas, they made Prahlad Maharaj as the calf, and they milked Mother Earth to give all intoxicants, because the Daityas and Danavas, they like intoxicants and beverages. Then the Gandharvas and the Apsaras, they made Vishwavasu as the calf, and they milked Mother Earth so that they could get music, beauty, dance, art. Gandharvas are expert in all of this. Then the Pitris, they made Aryama, the leader of the Pitris is Aryama. They made him into a calf, and they milked Mother Earth to get an offering called as Kavya. Kavya is offering which is used by the Pitris. The Siddhas and the Vidyadharas, they made Bhagavan Kapila as a calf, and they milked Mother Earth to get all mystic powers. So the Siddhas are actually perfect in all the Ashtasiddhis, Anima, Ligama, Ishita, Vashita, Prapti. So these Siddhis were milked from Mother Earth. So all the mystical powers and all the knowledge of the Ashtanga Yoga, all of that is milked by the Siddhas and Vidyadharas. So if you see, all this is coming from Mother Earth only. So that is why she is known as Vasundhara. Then the Mayavis and the Kim Purushas, they make Maya Danav as the calf and they milk all the magical abilities. They are expert. The Danavas are expert in magical abilities, especially the Nether region Mayavis. Then the Yakshas, the Rakshasas, the ghosts, the hobgoblins, they made Rudra as the calf and they milked blood because they like blood, the Yakshas, the Rakshasas, the man eaters, the vampires, all such creatures. Then the venomous creatures, they made Takshaka as the calf and they milked poison, all the snakes. Then the animals and birds, they made again Rudra because Rudra is representing what is that? Creamy, all the insects, worms, they're all represented by Rudra only. So he was made, not he, sorry, the animals and birds, they made the Lord Shiva's bull and Garuda as the calves, and they milked, what do you call, grass for all the bulls and meat for all the birds like Garuda. That is how it is. And the trees in the mountains, they made a banyan tree as a calf and the Himalayas as a calf, and they milked the sap which comes out of all the trees and all the minerals, the Navaratnas from the mountains was milked from Mother Earth. So all this was possible. We may be thinking, what is this? Some kind of Alice in Wonderland, some phantasmagoria that, Mother Earth was milked and instead of milk, something else is coming. Yes, something else was there because, she's holding all of this opulence and it was very much possible because this was not some Kali Yuga. This was during the Satya Yuga and all the demigods, all the great sages, rishis, munis, all the important personalities like the demigods, they were able to, through the agency of King Prithu, they were able to milk Mother Earth and attain. And then everyone, all the praja was completely satisfied and peaceful. So after all of this, Prithu Maharaj had vowed to perform 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas because 100 is known as, anyone who does 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas is known as Shatakratu. Only Indra has that title called as Shatakratu because anyone who performs 100 Ashwamedha Yagyas, he is promoted to the position of Indra. And anybody who does more than that, he will be promoted as Indra. So Indra became very insecure because Prithu Maharaj was performing 99 and 99 he had already performed. This was the 100th one which was being performed and Indra became very, very insecure. That shows the bodily concept of life even among the king of the demigods, what to speak of ordinary demigods and what to speak of ordinary human beings. Even the king of the demigods becomes insecure. He is in the bodily concept of life. So we are nothing. We are definitely in the bodily concept of life. So unless and until we do not become an advanced devotee, not just a sadhaka, but an advanced devotee, advanced in our consciousness, it is very difficult to overcome the bodily concept of life. So Indra became very insecure. He was thinking that, Prithu Maharaj will take over his position. So he wanted to steal the horse. Actually, when the yagya was being performed, he actually steals the horse in the form of a brahmana. He comes, he tries to steal it. He tries to steal it twice. And Prithu Maharaj engages his son, Vijitashva or Antardhana. His name is Vijitashva or Antardhana. Vijitashva because he gained victory over Ashva, that is a horse which was stolen away by Indra. That is why his name came as Vijitashva, or else his original name is Antardhan. So then Indra actually tried various means. He tried taking the forms of sannyas. He took the form of Kapala Bhairava. He took all sorts of forms like the Shakta sannyasis, the Vaishnava sannyasi, and all kinds of so-called spiritualist kind of what do you call robe that he was wearing to just try and come and steal the horse, because he took these roles only because a spiritualist is not chastised and he wanted to take advantage of it. But somehow or the other, Vijitashwar Antardana, he chased away Indra. They didn't allow him to steal the horse. So then Prabhupada writes in most of those purports how seeing the example of Indra, many so-called spiritualists take up to saffron robes and so many other robes, take up a false garb of a spiritualist and cheat public in the name of Indra. So that will automatically happen in the age of Kali Yuga. They were trying to imitate the position of Indra. So 2 seconds. Okay. So what was I telling? Yeah, about Indra. And then actually Brahma appears. He tries to stop the sacrifice which is being performed by Prithu Maharaj. He says, you are more mature, you are more intelligent, you're non-different from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because you are senior, you should be forgiving Indra, who apparently is not so mature and who is not an advanced devotee of the Lord. So we learn this lesson of how a senior should always tolerate and forgive junior devotees, or rather, an advanced devotee should tolerate and forgive those who are sadhakas, or who are beginners, or who are karma mishra bhaktas or gnana mishra bhaktas. So that is a lesson we learn. And also we learn, how envy is also present in the hearts of devotees. If envy can be present in the heart of Indra, what to speak of us? We are nothing, absolutely nothing. It definitely is existing. It is only when such a right circumstance arises, then we will showcase all our envy that we have for others. Envy of the Jivas is envy of Supreme Lord. Indra, although he tried to chastise the Vrajavasis, he tried to kill them, which is as good as Vaishnava Aparadh. Not as good as, it is Vaishnava Aparadh to kill the Vrajavasis through Samvartaka clouds. And Krishna protects them by lifting the Govardhan. But in spite of asking forgiveness through the agency of Mother Surabhi, who performs Abhishek of Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna forgives Indra, still again later part of his life, he again offends Lord Krishna when he goes to take away Parijata. So when Lord Krishna plucked the Parijata tree from heavenly planet, Indra became very upset. He said, how dare he? Who does he think he is? And he waged a war against Krishna, and Lord Krishna defeated all his men, and then he went away from there. So Indra couldn't learn his lesson. So many mistakes we see. He offended Brihaspati, he offended Vishwarupa, he beheaded Vishwarupa, who's a Brahmana, Vaishnava Brahmana. He was a great aparad. Offending Brihaspati was a great aparad. Asking for the body of Dadichi Muni because they could use the reed ki hadi, what do you call, the spine of Dadichi as a weapon is a great offense because you are asking somebody to die. Then killing a great Mahabhagavat like Vritrasura is a great offense. Or, lusting for another's woman, that too a great Rishi like Gautam Rishi, like Ahalya, is a great offense. You see so many mistakes, but still he is a devotee of the Lord. And when Indra performs yagya, Lord appears in his yagya. When he is offering oblations to Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu appears on Garuda, which he did even during Prithu Maharaj when he was performing yagya, he appeared there also. So Indra was also there. So like that, the Lord is very merciful to his uh, immature devotees also. All kinds of devotees, the Lord is always merciful. The degree of his mercy is different. So, like that, like you see, the Lord's mercy on Vritrasura was much, much greater than the mercy he showed on Indra. He told Indra to conspire to create a Vajra out of the spine of Dadichi and kill Vritrasura. Externally, it appears as if, why is the Lord wanting one devotee to kill another devotee? People will think that, oh, he's favoring Indra because he wants him to kill Vritrasura. But in reality, he was showing a great mercy on Vritrasura because he was a pure devotee. He was done with the material world. He had no desires at all. He wanted to get out of that place. So that is why the Lord wanted him back in the spiritual world. So he made Indra a scapegoat. He said, okay, kill him. After killing him, you enjoy the opulences of the heavenly kingdom because he was troubling them. So in reality, the Lord never did a favor to Indra, but he actually did all favor to Prithvirasura. So in the same way, we see here, although Indra was forgiven by Prithu Maharaj, actually Lord Vishnu did a great favor on Prithu Maharaj and not on Indra. So Indra was not so mature enough. So that is why we should never think that if we are forgiven for something or if we are overcoming some problems in our life, we should never think that it is a mercy of the Lord. No, it is wrong. The mercy of the Lord, it needs a great Mahabhagavat to understand who is actually a recipient of the mercy of the Lord. Somebody may be in problems throughout his life, and that may be the real mercy of the Lord, so that he can always remember the lotus feet of the Lord and go back to Godhead. Somebody may be solving all his problems in life and finally ending up in sense enjoyment. So that is never the mercy of the Lord. So it needs some intelligence also to identify what the mercy of the Lord is. So many lessons. We have unlimited lessons that can be learned from these chapters of Prithu Maharaj. So like that, Brahma, he stops the yagya. He asks Prithu Maharaj to forgive Indra because, he's more mature. So Prithu Maharaj promises Indra, don't worry, I'm not going to do the last Ashwamedha yagya. You will continue to be the Shatakratu. Then after this, actually Lord Vishnu appears on that scene. So then there is glorification of Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Vishnu instructs Prithu Maharaj. Lord Vishnu is very much pleased with Prithu Maharaj. Then Prithu Maharaj worships the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. And there's one very beautiful prayer which Prithu Maharaj chants, glorifying Lord Vishnu. He says, "Na kamaye nath tadapyaham kvachin, na yatra yushmat charanambhuja savam, महत्तमांतर हृदयान मुखच्युतो विधत्स्व कर्णायुतमेश मे परा." Vidhatsva karnayutam means karna ayuta. Ayuta is nothing but crores. Karna ayuta means crores of years. So Prithu is telling, na kamaye na tadapyaham kvachin. I have no desire, na kama. I have no desire to merge into your Brahma Jyoti or no desire to get liberated to Vaikuntha planet. No. Na yatra yushmat charanambuja sabam. Na yatra means there, where I go after liberation in Brahma Jyoti or to the Vaikuntha planet. If there is no charanambuja sabam, the nectar of the lotus feet, that is basically the glories of the lotus, the glorious nectar of the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Where there is no nectar of the glories of the Supreme Lord, I do not want to go there. Mahattamantar hridayan mukhachyuto vidhatsva karnayatam meshame varaha. I want to hear the glories which is being spoken by the lotus mouth of great Mahatmas. And for that I need Karnayutam, Vidhatsva Karnayutam Meshame Varaha. Give me that Vara. Give me that benediction that I have millions of years by which I can hear. Very similar verse is also there where Narada is telling Prachetas. He says, Tasmin Mahan Mukharitam Madhubhecharitra Piyusha Shesha Sarita Paritasravanti Taye Pivantya Vitrisho Nripaghada Karnes Tana Sprishantya Shanatrat Bhayashoka Moha Tasmin Mahan Mukharitam. Those Mahatmas, Mukharitam from their lotus mouth. Madhubhit Charitra. Madhubhit is the killer of Madhu, Madhu and Kaitaba. That is Lord Vishnu. Madhubhit Charitra. The character, the qualities, the glories of Lord Vishnu, which is spoken from the mouths of the lotus mouths of great souls. Tasmin Mahan Mukharitam Madhubhit Charitra. Piyusha Shesha Sarita Parita Sravanti. I desire to drink it. And they are coming in the form of waves, unlimited waves, like unlimited rivers flow into the ocean, like that. They are flowing in unlimited waves. These are coming from the mouths of the pure devotees. Piyusha Shesha Parita, Piyusha Shesha Sarita Parita Sravanti, Taye Pibanti. And those who want to drink it, he is telling the qualities of those who want to drink this. Taye Pibanti Avitrisho Nripagada Karnais. Avitrisho means they are drinking continuously, but they are unsatisfied. Tripta, Trisha is satisfied. Avitrisho means unsatisfied. Taye Pibanti Avitrisho, they are unsatisfied. Why are they unsatisfied? Because they want more and more and more. Taye Pibanti Avitrisho Nripagadha Karnais. With Gadha Karna. Gadha means like Shrikand, like condensed ears. Cupping the ears in the form of, to receive the nectarian flow of the glories of the Supreme Lord. It is called as Gada Karna. So, Taye Pibanti Avitrisho Nripagada Karnais, Tanas Prishanti Ashanatrid Bhaya Shokamoha. To such people, Nas Prishanti, that means something does not touch them. What is that? Tanas Prishanti Ashana Trid, hunger and thirst, Bhaya Shoka Moha, fear, lamentation, and illusion. None of it will touch them. They are beyond Maya. They have no hunger, they have no thirst, they have no fear, they have no illusion, they have no lamentation. They're completely blissful, hearing the lotus feet of hearing the glories of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Many such verses are there in Bhagavatam, which describes, the glories, how devotees are so eager. In the first canto, there's one which says, Athavasya padam bhoja makaranda liham satam kimanner sadalapair ayusho yad asatveyaha. Athavasya, that Supreme Lord, padam bhoja, his lotus feet, makaranda liham satam. They want to lick, liham means lick. They want to lick the nectar, the honey. Makaranda is nothing but honey. They want to lick the honey from the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Makaranda liham satam. Kim annay rasat alapair ayusho yad asatveha. What to speak of useless topics? Asat alapa means vartalap. Talks about asat, that is about this world, matter. Kim annay rasat alapair ayusho yad asatveha. It completely destroys our lifespan and energy hearing about other topics. One should be very eager to hear the pastimes and the glories of the Supreme Lord throughout the day. Even if at the cost of giving up your prescribed duties, one is able to do it, one should do it. So that is how that much of importance is given to the hearing of the glories of the Supreme Lord. Same way, like the way Prithu Maharaj sings, how he wants crores of years. Rupa Goswami also prays the same thing. He says, Tunde Tandavani Vitanute Tundavali Labdhaye Karnakroda Kadambini Ghatayate Karnarbhudebhyas Praham Cheta Prangana Sangini Vijayate Sarvendriyanam Kritim No Jane Janita Ki Yadbhiramritair Krishneti Varnadvai. So Rupa Goswami is saying that Tunde Tandavani Vitanute Tundavali Labde. Vali. Vali is nothing but a garland. Tundavali means what? Tund. Like Marathi they say tond. Tond means mouth. So Tundavali means what? I want unlimited number of mouths. Crores and crores of mouths. Why? Because I want to chant the holy name of the Lord. Tunde Tandavani Vitanute Tundavali. Karna Krod Kadambini Ghade Karnarbhudebhyas Praham. I want Karnarbhuda. Arbhuda means crores. And I want crores of years. Karnarbhudebhyas Praham. Why? Because when I chant, Cheta Prangana, in the courtyard of my heart, Cheta Prangana, Sangini Vijayate Karana, Sarvendriyanam Kritim. So all my senses become inert. They are withdrawn from their sense objects from this material world and they are internally fixed. They become stunned looking at the dance of the Supreme Lord, who takes control of my chitta, my heart, who is present in the region of my heart, Cheta Prangana. Sarvendriyanam Kritim. No jane janita kiyadbhir. No jane, nobody knows. No jane janita. Janita means to give birth. No jane janita kiyadbhir. How much? Nobody knows how much. What? Kiyadbir amrita. How much nectar is being produced by chanting from these crores of mouths and by hearing with crores of ears. Krishneti varnadvayi. Only by chanting these two varna, dvaya varna of Krishna. So, like that, all devotees, all advanced, pure devotees, they feel, they have this urge for crores and crores of ears and mouths. And although we have 1 ear and 2 ears and one mouth, we feel it is too much because we go beyond 1 hour, it becomes too much. It becomes very, very painful because of contamination in our heart. And there's nothing wrong with our mouth and ears. We are so contaminated that we feel that even these 2 ears are too much for me. I wish I could have had only 1 ear. 1 ear for material music and 1 ear for spiritual music. This is how we think. So we are not as we are not purified as the great souls because they are eager. They are not looking at the bodily structure. They are saying, I want unlimited number of ears, unlimited number of mouths. Prithu Maharaj also speaks the same thing. He says, Karnayutam me varaha. Give me the benediction of having unlimited number of karna. Yes. So like that, many, many pastimes happen and how Prithu Maharaj, there is a chapter, entire chapter of instructions of Prithu Maharaj to the citizens, a very beautiful chapter where he is talking about the duties and he talks about Vaishnavas, he talks about many things in that. And then suddenly the four Kumaras, they come. The four Kumaras arrive and Prithu Maharaj welcomes them. He washes his lotus feet. He makes them sit on the throne and he seeks instructions from them. They advise him, they teach him. Then the glories of the Supreme Lord is discussed. The devotees' simple living is discussed. The culture of devotional service is discussed. So many other topics are discussed. Then finally there is a chapter about Prithu Maharaj going back to Godhead. So, and Archie, Mother Archie also follows. She follows in the funeral pyre in the form of Sati. Unlimited lessons to be learned, actually, unlimited lessons. So, I would like to end here. So, thank you all very much. So, anyone has any questions, most welcome to ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Wonderful class. Thank you so much for your association. Gopika Radha Mataji can ask your question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
This
Krishna.
this question wasn't really related to what you were saying. I had like a doubt. What's the difference between Gandharva and demigod? I don't really understand the difference.
Gandharvas are sub-demigods. They're not as powerful as the demigods in the heavenly planets. So, heavenly planets begin with Chandraloka, Suryaloka, and all the other Indraloka, all of that. But the Apsaras, the Gandharvas, the Yakshas, they are all sub-demigods, they are in different planetary systems. They have not, they do not have complete Ashtasiddhis like the, demigods, but they are good at music, dance, all the art, all of that.
Okay, thank
They
you,
are
Prabhuji.
still considered as demigods, yeah.
Okay.
Padma Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare
Very
Krishna.
nice class, Prabhuji. So many things to learn. And you were referring to some Rupa Goswami's one verse. Where do you find it, Prabhuji?
Rupa Goswami's verse, it comes in Padyavali, I think. It is also referred in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It comes in Chaitanya Charitamrita also.
You know the reference, Prabhuji, in the Chaitanya Sri.
Let me just search. 1 minute, Mataji. Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela 1.99, chapter 1, 99th verse.
Okay, thank you,
It is not
Prabhuji. Thank you so
Padyavali,
much.
sorry. The original source is Vidagdha Madhava. That is a play written by Rupa Goswami. It comes from Vidagdha Madhav. Yeah.
Okay. This is Antya Leela, no?
Yes, until Ila
Thank you, Prabhuji.
1.99.
Yeah, I'll just refrain. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, we can end the class with prayers.
Sure.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya
Sindhubhya
eva cha patitanam
Patitanam
pavanebhyo
pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebhyo
Ananta
Anantakoti
Koti
Vaishnava
Vaishnava
Vrinda
ki
ki jai.
Srila
Srila
Prabhupada
Prabhupada ki jai. Grantharaja
Srimad
Bhagavatam
Bhagavatam
ki
ki
jai.
Jai.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna, Prabhu,
Prabhuji.
Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna,
Thank you
Prabhuji.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Should I end the class, Prabhu?
Yes.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna
Dandavat
to all
Pranam.
devotees. Thank you.